Hey, what's up, guys? K Nigga here. Just bringing y'all actually a new, different type of segment. I've been thinking about this for a long, long time, and I've even been bouncing around ideas with my friend Evan Magician 34. We had talked a good while about starting a new series, um, pretty much on how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Whether you're absolutely new and you have no idea how to play the game, but you have friends that are willing to show you, maybe even give you a couple of cards here and there. You're looking to where to begin, even if you don't make, that much money yourself, or, you're, asking your parents to, hopefully buy you something to get you started into this hobby if it interests you at all, whether you like to collect, um, play leisurely with your friends, maybe at a local or at school or in your free time, you go over your friends at their home or, at yours, maybe even with your older brother, younger brother, things like that. Um, just kind of giving you a little bit of where to begin, really. I mean, I've been really trying to keep it as low budget as possible, and really, really, where it's really easiest to begin is to buy a starter deck. Even if you don't have or don't purchase sleeves, a starter deck is a really, really good way to begin your collection and begin to play, whether competitively maybe in your local, or if you ultimately want to become, like a Yugi tuber, super high competitive, doing, going to YCSs and regionals and things like that. All of them had a very, very humble beginning, just like me. I've been playing since 2002 when this game came out. Legend of Blue Eyes. I remember like if it was yesterday. A good friend of mine actually gave me a good stack of cards, with different rarities. Like I remember the first ultra rare I ever had was a Delinquent Duo, which is banned now, but back then was awesome, and games lasted a lot longer back then. 8,000 points seemed like so much, and it was really, really cool. And Delinquent Duo being one of my first ultra rares. The first starter deck I ever had was the Yugi starter deck. Ultra rare Dark Magician, stuff like that. It was really, really cool. Then of course, getting the Kaiba deck, and then the Joey Wheeler and the Pegasus deck with a Relinquished and a Red Eyes Black Dragon, all that stuff. Everybody has a humble beginning, and here's a couple of decks that I thought you could possibly begin with. I know there's some other candidates. I mean, starter decks have been around for so long, and I know it's kind of late to now just begin a series like this on how to begin or play Yu-Gi-Oh. I know it's a lot more difficult now than it has ever been in the past. Um, Here's a good couple of starter decks that you could definitely begin with. Of course, you have the Realm of the Sea Emperor, and mainly what you want to do is get a good deck started. You know, Even purchasing three of these won't give you the best deck, but there are a lot of cards in here that are really, really useful, like Torrential Tribute and Dark Hole, which is always really good. And then you got a really good theme to work with. The Atlanteans, they work really, really great with themselves, of course, and with the Legendary Ocean gives you a lot of different types of controlling your levels. But these decks like this, the starter decks, they give you a lot of good base cards to definitely begin your collection. They give you a lot of essential cards in most cases, like Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, Torrential Tribute. A lot of good little common cards that become staples whenever you play for a long period of time. So a starter deck, really, really great way to begin your collection on how to learn how to play. Each one of these comes with a rule book. It always gets updated, towards every new generation and things like that. The rule book, is essential for you to learn how to play. I know you won't learn a vast collection of cards and how the rulings work. That takes time to develop, that kind of understanding and how chain links work. But these the books that these come with are very intricate, and they will tell you how things go, from your start phase to your draw, standby, main phase one, all that kind of different things. It'll give you everything you need to know about that. A lot of people like to say, oh, well, you need, sleeves to play. You don't really need sleeves to play, although it's definitely a bonus. When you're trying to watch your money, and if your parents are the ones that are, giving you the money to begin to play, a a new game. Like each one of these starter decks roughly costs around $10, and they each come with 40 cards. This one's really especially good, mainly because it actually even gives you an extra deck, which is always great. And it gives you a lot of essential cards that you could really learn to use, like Giant Rat and Sangan, Marauding Captain for more advanced moves, Mystical Space Typhoon, and Fissure, which is always great. Reinforcement of the army, which with every warrior deck, you'll always see it in there. And of course your extra deck, which is really cool, from a Utopia to all these new Jin monsters, which are all really good. Um, you know, and you can definitely take advantage of that. That's a really, really great way to begin. And as for sleeves, you don't have to have them. A lot of your friends that have been playing for a long time will probably recommend that you do have them. Um, but it's definitely not a dire necessity if you don't have the money for it. And if you do have a really good friend that's been playing for a little while longer than you have, he might just have an extra older, used set of sleeves that he just might give you. I mean, I know I've done that plenty of times before with people that I've been trying to get to start in the game. It's definitely not cheap, but beginning, just getting started, starter decks are always great. You can always look out at Walmart for older starter decks that you can look up and maybe get them at a really discounted price. I've seen some from around $7, $6. Really good old ones like the zombie structure deck, and the Dino one that actually comes with like Sabersaurus and stuff, which are really coming back now since Dino Rabbit is really around. Starter decks are definitely the way to go. And if you could possibly get any kind of booster packs, the two booster packs I really do recommend are the Battle Pack booster packs and like the raw Mega Yellow, I think, and the Legendary Collection ones. Those have so many different cards that you can really, really use, like Heavy Storm, Bottomless Trap Hole. The Battle Pack has even, you have a slim chance of getting like I don't know, a tour guide and a lot of different old cards like Book of Moon. A lot of cards that are staples that you can definitely just pile up and people will trade for them. And you can even trade a few of those for other cards that you're looking forward to, maybe begin your own deck. The Six Samurai Structure deck, same price as these, around $10 or so. Really, really awesome to begin, your collection. The Six Samurais are really, really good. You can find a Shein for like maybe $3 to $4, super rare, because it came in a booster blister with some of those raw Mega Yellow packs, which is really cool. You get a really good diversity of older cards that are still useful and great to play with your friends. Since a lot of the competitiveness really goes to like YCSs and stuff like that. If you're just looking to play with your friends, it's a really great way to start. And picking up extra copies of that Six Samurai Structure deck, getting that Shein is always great. My Xbox over there's going off. But just really great way to learn how to play. I mean, I'll definitely do a review of this, since I never really gave you guys a review of this product, and it's a really, really good starter deck, to tell you the truth. But starter decks, great way to begin your collection. If you can manage to get a couple more packs in there, get some trade fodder, you can definitely, definitely go that route. Packs aren't, they're not a necessity. You can just power shuffle, take care of your cards, They are recommended. They are recommended, but they're not a necessity to learn how to play this game. The rules, the set of rules that each one of these come with that are always updated. Great way to just take it with you when you're at school. Read it, when you're on lunch, something like that. Read it with you when you're on your weekends. Have friends teach you the exact essentials of learning how to play the game, and you won't have any problem. Until next time, guys, rate, comment, subscribe. Leave any suggestions down in the comment section below on how you'd like to see this, you know, um, new kind of section begin. Write any kind of tips that you have down there. Make sure and rate, comment, subscribe, and peace, guys.